I'm Abbot John Clausen from St. John's Abbey, proud graduate of the class of '67 of St. John's Prep School. For the past 6 years, I've been fortunate to be the narrator of what we call the St. John's Prep Christmas Spectacular. This year's theme was to be the bells of Christmas. And although the bells of St. John's are still ringing out here, ringing out the hours without fail, the prep school Christmas concert could not, of course, go on as normal this year. The St. John's Prep String Orchestra wishes to present some of the pieces that you would have heard in the Great Hall and celebrate the joyous season of Christmas with us in the best way we can. Being shorted weeks of rehearsal, it won't be perfect. But we offer this music to you as it is, in the humble spirit of the infant Jesus, who laid in a lowly manger, his blessed parents making the best of a very difficult situation. Let me offer a short prayer of blessing. Gracious God, stable source of life and grace in the universe, you became small and vulnerable in our world, in Jesus. Bless the prep school and all its students, and especially the string orchestra, as they make music in your honor. Through Christ, the newborn King. Amen. One afternoon in the fall of 1857, a creaking freight wagon pulled up to the door of the log cabin monastery of the pioneer Benedictines in St. Cloud. Jumping off, the driver tied the horses and greeted Prior Demetrius. From the wagon, he lifted a heavy crate whose return address was Munich, Bavaria. It's for Brother Benno, he supplied to the inquiring monk, and in a jiffy, Brother Benno dropped his hammer and ran out to claim his long-awaited parcel, a bell, a signal to the surrounding countryside that God was present. Here, thought the mighty Mississippi, here, thought the lovely lakes and hills of Minnesota, is a voice to express audibly the praise which we for all time silently give to God. Waves of sound would fill the air, announcing the good news to all creation, as the monks on apostolic feet carried it to the earth's inhabitants. Bell, the first in Stearns County and probably the first north of St. Paul, was cast by Hubinger in Munich and sent to Brother Benno Muckenthaler as a gift by his relatives. On the side, a crucifix was cast in relief, and around the base were decorations. It followed the community in all its wanderings and is the only relic we have of our earliest years. Until 1883, it was the only bell the monastery possessed. In 1866, when the community moved to this present location, the bell was hung in an open turret on the old stone house, serving as a church and a school bell. In 1932, this faithful pioneer bell, whose silver tongue had glorified God for 75 years, was removed from the free air to the stifling atmosphere of the museum to die an ignominious death of silent oblivion. Luckily, just 2 years after this article was written, it was sent to the new monastery in Puerto Rico as a gift where it still rings today. On July 16, 1883, a new bell weighing 3,600 pounds and pitched at C arrived. It was consecrated by Abbot Alexius. In the orations throughout the rite, mention was made of the silver trumpet of the old law and the collapse of the walls of Jericho. Protection asked, and prayers of exorcism made against the evil powers of the air, phantoms, storms, and lightnings. And the faithful encouraged to take refuge under the sign of the Holy Cross. After this, notes Father Alexius Hoffman, benediction, Te Deum with band accompaniment. Not much of the singing or music was heard because during this time the bell, which stood on the floor in the south spire, was vigorously rung. Imagine the noise.
On May 12th, 1897, a chime of 5 new bells arrived. Appropriate inscriptions are cast in relief on each bell, referring to the particular mystery or saint whose honor it is christened. As each bell rings, it prays. Adoretur et glorificetur cor Jesu in aeternum, sings the largest bell. It is cast to A and weighs 6,150 pounds. The second, pitched at B and weighing 4,650 pounds, implores our Blessed Mother to ask of her Son a happy death for us. Bonum mortem impetra Virgo Mater Domina. D is the tone of the third, and 3,125 pounds its weight. When in action, it cries out to our guardian angels, patrons of our congregation, to defend us in battle. Anglei custodes nostri defendit nos in prelio. An appeal for prayer is sent up to St. John the Baptist by the fourth bell, whose pitch is E and weight is 2,535 pounds. Precursor Domini Ioannis ora pro nobis. The fifth extends its F-sharp tongue and 1,900 pounds in asking assistance from our Holy Father Benedict in arousing his spirit in us. Excita Pater Benedicte Spiritum Tuum in nobis. twin spires and now our mighty banner soar into the free air and take possession of it by bronze voices. As the mellow waves of song surge through and sanctify the infinite spaces, may they summon the faithful to prayer, excite their devotion, drive away storms, and terrify evil spirits. May their glorious song without words be an echo of that higher and perfect harmony which will be ours to enjoy with Christ.
A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.